Hey guys, Grassman here. Playing more, Magic Survival. Today we're doing the Only Eye Challenge, and I'm going to be talking about something really stupid I just found out exists. So did I say Only Eye? Or the No Eye? No Eye Challenge. So archaeology we're good to start with. Can't go Manor of Fine. Could go Combat Mastery. Arcana Fuse. Knowledge. There we go. Can't take Wizard, so we'll take Electromancer. Electric Zone should be fine to choose. Let's go Razone. And we can only go Thunderstorm. Only go Thunderstorm. Can go Ruby. So I found out today something really, really stupid exists, and it's Canada's fault. You know how it's never Canada's fault? It's Canada's fault this time. So, basically, can't deal any more Electric Zone then. Basically, think, how could Canada have fucked everyone the absolute worst? And it's worse than that. Canada decided, you know what? We want YouTube and TikTok to start featuring Canadian content more. So they're forcing, they've got $1 billion that's gonna try and force YouTube and TikTok, and like other internet companies, to try and show Canadian content more. I can't choose either of the ones on the left, so cool down for now and Radius after. They're trying to force YouTube and TikTok to show more Canadian content, at least to Canadians, and give a portion of their revenue to Canadian broadcasting companies. Because it's gotta be fair. Well, if too many people like the online stuff, not enough people are gonna be watching the other stuff, because they can't get with the times. Eye challenge is actually gonna be pretty hard. So, they're trying to force YouTube and TikTok to, give part of their money to broadcasting companies like radio and TV. And, places that make movies and stuff. That's not gonna help them do better, either. All I can do is Impy Taken. But they've just, they've decided, you know what, we're gonna fuck with the internet. You know how government can never do anything actually good? You know, the EU tried to fuck with the internet a couple years ago. Then, it was the FDA or something fucked with the internet? That's the US. Now Canada's fucking with the internet. Does anyone realize politics doesn't do anything good anymore? Just as of recent, there was an attempted coup, and one half of the U.S. is trying to destroy the U.S. We're built on democracy. Welcome to ruining the U.S. One Republican at a time. What the hell are the governments thinking? They don't know how the internet works, so why are you guys messing with it? So it's Canada's turn to fuck with the internet. Hopefully whatever it is doesn't pass, or if it does, or if they do try and pass it, YouTube's immediately going to end up in a lawsuit with them, so probably won't be too bad. Thing is, do the judges know anything about the internet? So, I mean, like, what's the worst case scenario? YouTube completely abandons Canada? I'd definitely say this is the worst thing Canada has ever done. I mean, like, what was the other worst thing Canada's done? Probably the residential schools? Like, back then, at least they thought racism was okay. At least they tried to not be bad. Here, they're just blatantly fucking with something they don't understand. I mean, yeah, okay, hundreds of kids died, and that's probably a bad thing. But here, it's really blatantly obvious we should not be doing this. They just have no idea what the fuck they're doing. I read this in just like a news article. Apparently it's like already passed through their like lower house or something. The equivalent for the US, the House. And it's like in their Senate now. Like, more prominently feature Canadian content? Well, I'm Canadian, so maybe that'll help me. But I still realize what a fucking bad idea that is, because it's going to have unseen repercussions. Do they not understand what they've gotten themselves into? Not to mention, you don't piss off the internet. Anyone who invested against, what is it? What's that? The GameStop. Anyone who invested against GameStop twice now is going to have realized that. They did it again recently. Buff GameStop. Can't choose that. Just like, it's like you ask the Canadian government, what is the absolute dumbest thing you could do right now? Perfect. And, like, the Bloc Québécois supports it, which is, like... I mean, that's like saying the stupid people support it. That's not really... It's like saying the Republicans support something. That doesn't mean anything. That actually means it's more likely bad than good. The Bloc Québécois is equivalent to, like... if Florida Man started a party. Well, Texas is a better example. It's like if Texas started a party. Can I choose this? I can't choose that. I'm gonna have to... Wasn't paying attention. Oh my god, there's eyes in so many things. This is the hardest challenge. This is the hardest one yet. So, the Bloc Québécois is like if Texas formed a party and all they cared about was leaving the United States. What do you mean the Republicans are destroying us? We want to leave. We're going to become our own country, it's going to get really cold, and we're going to be fucked. And so, like, the Bloc Québécois supports it, and it's like, okay, that means nothing. Next you're going to tell me the People's Party supports it. The People's Party is the equivalent of the Republicans. Possibly worse. They're a bunch of stupid they're a bunch of, like, idiot climate change deniers, and... You know, I believe climate change is real, but I don't believe humans cause it. So you're a climate change denier. Got it. I didn't read what that did. What does this do? Cooldown reduction plus 10% for the duration of... Oh. Not actually helpful, then. So they have no idea what they're messing with, and it's gonna fuck over the entire internet. Or at least a large portion of it. It's gonna fuck over me if it passes. In the end, it's also going to hurt creators. If I'm being recommended to people just because I'm Canadian, well, guess what? Canadians don't just want to watch me. People who like video games want to watch me. Canadians want to watch whatever Canadians want to watch. It's like, I think it is the worst thing Canada has ever done. Debatably, they haven't actually done it yet. So if they don't pass it, maybe residential schools were still worse. You know, just the other day, they found like 200 dead kids under a residential school or something. Or under an old residential school. I can't really choose anything here. Which is I last? Charge particles. Can't choose that. What other good letters appear in a lot of things? I didn't know I was going to appear in so much. I's been a harder one than E. They all have I's. So hopefully Canada realizes what a dumb idea it is, and doesn't do it. I don't know if the Canadian Senate's informed enough to be able to not do that.
Yes! What are you doing? Oh, I'm planning to destroy those space
Oh, it's this
planets
guy.
in Infinite Galaxy. It's a free mobile strategy game. Can I join? Sure, you can even be my ally.
I know this guy. That's Happy Cyrek. He did, what was it, Last Day on Earth Survival? I played a little bit of that in this channel. I know he's doing some other stuff in it, too. What do we do now? I'm gonna go, like, just only electric stuff, just for filler or whatever. Let's get the electric stuff up more. Energy Bolt. Vitality. Firefly, that's a really good starting one. So I'll say only electric stuff plus Spirit Satellite. Which actually could just, like, go for pretty much, for, like, one of the long times. Those are some of the better guys. The, Electric Zone, Spirit Satellite, and energy bolts are some of the better ones. The energy bolts are actually, like, surprisingly good. They're another one of the ones that can kind of be targeted. But yeah, this is like one of the worst thing Canada. This is one of the worst things that Canada has ever done, if not the worst. Realistically, it's probably not as bad as the residential schools. Other than that, though, probably the worst thing they've ever done. Because they have no idea what they have no idea about what they're touching. It's like the example used for like the Europe thing was, it's people who have never used the internet are deciding on internet law. I guess I'm using Shield now as well. And it's true. These politicians are old and they've never used the internet. Don't die here. Or they barely use the internet. They're certainly not up to internet culture. But they're like making internet law like they know it. Like they actually know how it works. Like if you were gonna ban Twitter, as a person who knows the internet, banning Twitter is a good idea. Twitter just can't stop fucking with... I mean, Twitter's not fucking with stuff. Twitter's just fucked. Twitter keeps, like, canceling good people. So if you want to ban something, ban Twitter. I'm 100% in favor of banning Twitter. But YouTube's not done much wrong. YouTube doesn't every other day cancel a good person. And they certainly don't owe Canadian broadcasting companies any money. Like, what, are they worried that the radio stations are going to run out of money to play music while people are in their cars? I'll listen to a YouTube video while I'm in my car. You know, Markiplier made a podcast. Let my radio listen to that. Probably can already, I just don't know how. I mean, like if one company is too successful, like, you don't just take, for example, McDonald's. You don't say, okay, McDonald's, you're too successful, we're gonna take your money and give it to KFC. That's not how that works. You don't take money because a company's too successful and then give it to a rival. Electric shock. So, this was a really stupid move by Canada. I don't know what the hell they're thinking. I kinda do know what they're thinking. They don't know what the fuck they're doing. So they think, this is a good idea, without knowing what they're fucking with. It's like the equivalent of saying, girls are bad, without having ever met a girl. It's like saying, all lawyers suck and they're bottom feeders, until you get slap-suited and you need a lawyer. Electric shock. So it's like, it's a horrible idea in all ways. Like, there's nothing good that's going to come out of it. No matter what light you're looking at it in, it's a horrible idea. And it's going to do a lot more harm than it's going to do good. But then it's going to do more harm than they think it's going to do good. They think it's going to be a good thing. It's going to do more harm than they think it's going to be good. Again, because they don't know what they're fucking with. Like, politics and religion are supposed to stay separate. Can't we keep, like, the internet and politics separate, too? What if we made YouTube an official religion? Would that work? Okay, well, I think I'm about done here. So, hope you guys enjoyed. Let me know about your opinion on the, on whatever the fuck Canada thinks it's doing. So, yeah, I don't know what the hell they're thinking, but hopefully it won't pass. They're just being stupid. So, hope you guys enjoyed. Remember, if you enjoy my content, feel free to like and subscribe. Let me know in the comments what you think about the issue, and I'll see you next time. Bye, guys.